No, I was talking about being 40. Now I'm 41. And how when you go to the doctor, they don't try to fix anything anymore. I go to the doctor because my ankle hurt for 3 months, and the doctor just says, yeah, your ankle's worn out. That's all.
Wear and tear.
Just take lots of leave. Yeah, that's what he said. And I'm like, well, what if I was an athlete? And he says, well, you're not an athlete, so no.
So we don't have to worry
keep
about
those options off the table. And so I'm grousing about that and getting some laughs. And so a person in that studio, this was on the radio, on the phone, goes, really? Because I would think at 40 you would still be getting some solutions from the doctor.
The hole.
Yeah, isn't that weird that it was...
The hole.
The chick.
I mean...
They insist
and all the laughter stops.
Yeah.
I would think that at 40 the doctor would still come up with some options for you there.
Thank you.
Why did
fun?
And so there's a pause, and then I go, yeah, he didn't is what I'm saying. Where I'm going with this is that he didn't. That's the engine of this piece of comedy. That's how it functions. Is that it didn't.
Get it, dummy?
What are you helping by correcting the piece of comedy?
You would think.
The whole point of any piece of comedy is that you're inflating and exaggerating to a comedic effect. So it's the easiest thing to cut the legs out from under it. It's the easiest, stupidest, most worthless thing to do.
I hope you gave her this speech.
No, I didn't. I just said, I packed all of that into... he didn't is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
And I just sat there so mad, and then the rest of the interview I'm just like, yeah, and just answering questions yes or no, and I just want to get off the phone.
Well, she doesn't understand because, again, we've said before that when certain holes just leak brains and humor out of them. And that's why when they're on a radio show, they just get up and their seat has funny on it, but the mic has none in it.
No, it's like the fun of the show is a balloon, and she literally put a vagina on the side of the balloon and let the fun out.
They insist on having the women part of these morning shows.
And then there was that was somewhere in Pennsylvania. I don't remember where. And then there was a show in Albany, and it's a show I really like doing. But we're talking about my kids, and I go, yeah, I've got 2 kids, and I'm divorced now, so I have my kids with me by myself all the time because we share custody. And it's hard. I have to have like I had to take a dump the other day, and I had to do it. Can I say that? They're not going to.
Oh yeah.
I had to do it with the door open because I got 2 kids to watch. Nobody else is home, so I can't unless I'm going to gather them into the bathroom to watch Daddy take a poop. I've got to have the door open while I'm watching the kids.
Right.
And she goes, same person, basically, just keeps moving other cities within the same morning somehow.
Same genitals,
same
different
day.
show.
Yeah. She goes. Really? Because your daughter's 7, I would think that she could take care of herself while you're doing that.
Oh, my God, that's not the point,
Oh,
you
my
idiot.
God.
That's not the point.
And I was like, well, yeah. And then I went the other way with that one. I'm like, okay, that's how you want to do your show?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, I guess that's true. I guess she could have. You're right.
Just clotheslined your jokes.
Why would the Jews go into the bar? If they owned it, wouldn't they have been there already going over the books and the deliveries?
Yes.
Yeah, a guy who goes into a bar with a duck on his head, and the bartender says, what do you want, or something, and it's always the duck says something. Really, because I didn't think that ducks had the power of speech.
Yes. And why wouldn't the bartender comment on the duck as opposed to just speaking?
Really, because usually when I go to a bar, they don't even talk to me. They just seem real busy.
There's an easier way to keep them from jumping on the bed.
Yeah. Wouldn't a duck fall off?
They are horrendous when it comes to radio.
God.
They're like Andy Rooney with breasts. There's
no, but here's the thing is that I know many, many funny women, and I don't think it's a female trait. No. But no man has or will ever do that.
No.
In the history of my life.
You kind of know what's going on, and
because only a hole would be that dumb. But as a sex, I don't believe that it's a trait.
On
no,
radio,
I just there's an improv, which is a boring art, but there's art to it, it's called yes and. That's the rule of improv. It means that if somebody posits a idea, you don't say nah, because you've just destroyed the whole show. You say yes and you add something. You accept their premise and you add to it and you keep building that way. You don't just go no. I did improv once, and I just because it made me look good and made them all look bad. I was the no guy, and I shut down every scene that started. They're like, "Oh, sir, isn't this the restaurant where everybody's crazy?" I'm like, "No, it's a fine restaurant. There's nothing going on."
Oh, okay. Could you please tell me where the silly restaurant is?
I never heard of any place like that. Yes. Why would anyone go to a place like that? Would you want to eat something?
Yeah.
And everybody just, But I got huge laughs.
I'll have the steak then.
That's hilarious.
Oh, is that
really
great?
good.
Screw them.
You think improv's a little bit boring, isn't it, most times?
Yeah.
A lot of times I've seen improv, it's very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Stupid holes. They just wreck. Why are they such a staple?
It really is.
Now, Anthony.
Come on.
But really, even more than that noise, it's that thing of like questioning what is the value of that? What do you think? Is this like the 60 minutes of my bits? Is this like you're exposing my bits so that they won't work and your show will be boring?
We looked into Louis C.K.'s bit and found he wasn't being completely accurate. We visited this doctor that has done much work on 40-year-olds.
It turns out he offered many solutions to Mr. C.K., which he did not bring up during the comedic bit.
I went in with a hidden camera and said I have a problem ankle.
Stop it.
He offered me a lot of solutions.
No, it's not funny.
Yeah, there it is.
You know, you're right.
Oh, Anthony. Oh, you know you're going to go to hell for this.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
guys.
Uh-huh.
That's the best one. It's like, oh, guys, like, stop the craziness now.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Now, guys, let's not make fun of people.
Yeah, that's the number one rule. Let's just not make fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
They're devoid of humor, and if there are people that are funny in the room, it's just over. And I don't know why program directors or shows think it's a good thing to have that. We were told so many times, you guys, I think maybe a girl in there, a woman, her side, her point of... No. Why do we want that on this show?
If you stumbled upon a woman who is really funny and added things, then maybe you'd put her on the show. But to have somebody because that's the way they get put in is, you're here to be on give the women a side of the show, which has to be contrary, has to be just worthless and shutdowny.
Because the women will look at you like you're keeping them in control. The guys think they're in charge, but we all know
who's really in charge here.
Gang rape on the console. Right. Show her who's boss.
We just like doing horrific things to women on our show. Not having them as an equal to what we're trying to do every morning.
We doing here.